Hey everyone, and welcome back. We're diving into Thryv today, this all-in-one business software
Oh, yeah.
that you might be considering for your business.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are looking into Thrives these days, and it is interesting because they're really trying to be that one-stop shop for all those small business needs,
Yeah.
from marketing and sales to, scheduling payments, even like managing your online reputation.
Right, and I see they're claiming that users save an average of 20 hours a week.
Oh, wow.
I mean, 20 hours, it's like getting a whole extra day back.
Yeah.
But how exactly are they pulling that off? I'm a little skeptical.
Well, if you take a look at some of the features they have, especially under the, run your business section, you
Hmm.
start to see how they're streamlining things.
Okay.
For example, CRM, which is basically like keeping all your client information super organized.
Okay.
Plus, they have automated appointment reminders, online invoicing, and payment processing.
Yeah.
All of that right there could save a ton of time.
I mean, CRM, okay. For someone who's never used that before, what does it actually do?
So imagine like a digital Rolodex, but on steroids.
Okay.
It's not just names and numbers, it's tracking, every interaction you have with a client.
Wow.
Notes from conversations, appointments, invoices, even like what marketing campaigns they responded to.
Okay.
That way, when a customer calls,
Uh-huh.
you have their entire history right there at your fingertips.
So no more like scrambling through sticky notes and spreadsheets. I
Exactly.
mean, I could see the appeal there,
Yeah,
but honestly, learning a whole new system like that sounds like it could add time, at least in the beginning.
that's true. Any new software is going to have a learning curve, especially one as comprehensive as Thrive.
Yeah.
But they do offer unlimited onboarding and support, which could help smooth out that transition.
And they seem pretty proud of that support. I have to even highlight having a dedicated representative.
Uh-huh.
Is that really necessary, though? I mean, most software these days has pretty decent online help.
Yeah, I think it depends. Having a dedicated contact could be super valuable if you run into a complex issue or need some personalized guidance,
Yeah.
especially for busy business owners. That direct line,
Right.
could be a lifesaver compared to sifting through, generic FAQs.
All right, so let's say I'm convinced that Thrive can handle the day-to-day.
Okay.
What about helping me actually grow the business?
Yeah, so they have a whole section called Grow and Reach New Customers. And one of the things they emphasize is enhanced local listings.
Okay.
That's where they make sure your business info is consistent
Okay.
across all those online directories, like Google Maps, Yelp, even industry-specific ones. You
Right.
can imagine how much time that would save compared to, manually updating 64 different sites.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But what about attracting new customers online? I mean, my website is pretty basic right now.
Well, they offer website design services,
Oh, yeah.
which can be helpful for those who don't have the technical skills or time to create one themselves. Plus, they have tools to manage your online reviews,
Oh, interesting.
which is huge these days.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean, think about it. When was the last time you chose a business without checking their reviews first?
Oh, all the time. Just kidding.
Right.
But yeah, reviews can make or break you.
Absolutely.
So they help you monitor those and even use AI to generate responses.
They do.
That's pretty cool, but also kind of creepy.
Mm-hmm.
What if the AI writes something totally off-brand?
Well, that is a risk with any automation.
Right.
You definitely want to customize the AI settings
Yeah.
and review the responses carefully before they go live.
Okay.
It's a tool, not a replacement for, your own voice and judgment.
Good point.
Oh.
Okay, so they handle the day-to-day tasks.
Yeah.
They help you get found online.
Uh-huh.
They even manage your reputation. But does all this come with a hefty price tag?
It does seem that way. They're currently offering a limited time discount, which brings the starting price down to around $171 a month. But, that's still a significant investment for a small business.
For sure.
So it's important to really weigh that cost against the potential benefits and,
Yeah.
compare it to other solutions out there.
And another thing that worries me is integration.
Okay.
I'm already using several different software programs for things like accounting and email marketing.
Mm.
Can Thryv play nicely with others?
Yeah,
Or would I have to completely overhaul my systems?
that is a great question. And unfortunately, the materials we have don't provide a lot of detail on integrations.
Okay.
You would definitely want to research that further. Maybe even contact their sales team.
Yeah.
Ask specific questions about how Thrive would integrate with your existing setup.
Right.
Because you're right, if switching to Thrive means disrupting your current workflow,
Yep.
that could end up costing you more time and money in the long run.
Right. So it sounds like Thryv offers a lot of features and could potentially save a ton of time.
It could.
But there's some big questions about the learning curve, the price, and whether it will actually integrate with my existing systems.
For sure.
Where do we go from here?
Well, let's dive into that.
Okay. So it feels like we're getting to like the heart of this, you know? Is Thryv worth it? I mean, on paper, it looks amazing.
It does.
So does that fancy espresso machine I've been eyeing, and that's definitely not in the budget.
Yeah, that's a great analogy.
Yeah.
You know, you really need to consider, are the features that Thryv offers
Right.
actually going to get used and add value to your business?
Right.
Or are they just going to be a shiny distraction?
Exactly.
We've talked about some potential downsides, like the learning curve, the price.
Yeah.
But let's dig a little deeper. Like, what really worries you about making this kind of investment?
I think, honestly, it's that all-in-one aspect.
Okay.
It's appealing to have everything in one place.
Yeah.
But what happens if I run into problems?
Right.
What if their customer service isn't as amazing as they claim? Or what if they go out of business and I'm stuck migrating all my data to a new system?
Those are all valid concerns.
Yeah.
You know, putting all your eggs in one basket does create a single point of failure.
Right.
And even if the software itself is great, you're at the mercy of, you know, their pricing changes,
Right.
feature updates, overall stability.
Exactly. It's like committing to a long-term relationship without knowing if we're truly compatible.
And speaking of compatibility,
Okay.
we still need to consider how well Thryv would integrate with your existing systems.
Yeah.
They mention integrations on their website, but without specifics.
Right.
It's really hard to know if it'll be a seamless transition or a logistical nightmare.
I have definitely had my share of software nightmares in the past.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that time I tried to switch accounting programs?
Oh, no.
And ended up having to manually re-enter like months of data?
Yeah, that's the worst.
Never again.
That's why it's so important to do your due diligence,
Yeah.
you know, before committing to Thryv. You really want to contact their support team, get clear answers about their integration capabilities.
Okay.
Ideally, they would have a list of supported software, maybe even case studies from businesses similar to yours.
Okay, so integration is a potential deal breaker.
Yeah.
What else should we be cautious about?
Well, those glowing testimonials on their website,
Right.
while encouraging, should be taken with a grain of salt.
Okay.
Every business is different.
Yeah.
What works wonders for one might not be the right fit for another.
Right.
It's like reading rave reviews for a restaurant.
Yeah.
Your taste might be totally different.
You know, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I tend to get swayed by those positive reviews, but it's easy to forget that there's always another side to the story.
Exactly.
Maybe those happy customers had a super smooth onboarding experience.
Right.
Or they're only using a very specific set of features that work perfectly for their needs.
Exactly. And we don't hear from the people who had negative experiences
Right.
or found Thryv, you know, too complex or too expensive.
Yeah. That's why it's so important to look beyond the marketing materials.
You're right.
Seek out independent reviews, maybe from industry forums or online communities
Right.
where small business owners share their experiences.
So we've talked about the potential downsides.
We have.
But let's be fair. Thryv does offer a lot of features that could be genuinely helpful.
Yes.
We've already discussed, you know, the time-saving potential of CRM appointment scheduling, automated invoicing. But what about the AI features?
Okay.
These seem to be like a big part of their marketing pitch.
They do. The AI features are definitely intriguing,
Yeah.
especially the one for generating responses to online reviews.
Yeah.
That could be a huge time saver.
Right.
But it also raises some questions about authenticity and control.
Right.
You know, do you really want an algorithm representing your brand voice?
I'm torn on one hand. It would be amazing to have the AI handle those routine responses,
Yeah.
especially the positive ones.
Mhm.
But I also want to make sure it sounds like me,
Yeah.
not some generic chatbot. And that's the key, you know, using AI as a tool to enhance your business,
Okay.
not to replace that human touch.
Right.
You need to carefully customize the settings,
Yeah.
train the AI on your preferred language and tone,
Okay.
and always have the final say on what gets published.
I guess it's like having an assistant who can like draft emails for you,
Uh-huh.
but you still need to review and approve them before hitting send.
Right.
So it could be a great way to save time, but you can't just set it and forget it.
Precisely, and that brings up a broader question.
Okay.
Even if Thryv can deliver on this promise of saving you 20 hours a week, What are you going to do with all that extra time?
Yeah.
Will you invest it back into the business,
Right.
pursue new opportunities, or simply enjoy a better work-life balance?
Wow, that's a really good question. I haven't even thought about that.
It's easy to get caught up in the efficiency aspect without considering the bigger picture.
Yeah, it's like buying a faster car. You might get to your destination quicker, but if you don't have a clear destination in mind.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Okay, so we've explored the potential benefits and drawbacks,
We have.
but we still haven't answered like the big question.
Mm-hmm.
Should you, our listener, take the plunge with Thryv? So it feels like we've really gone through this Thryv sales pitch with a fine-tooth comb.
Yeah, we have.
You know, we talked about the potential time savings,
Yeah.
the streamlined workflows, the AI features,
Yep.
and even like the philosophical implications of having all your business tools in one platform.
Yeah, it's a lot to consider.
And we've also raised some red flags, right?
For sure.
Like the price is a major consideration.
Yeah,
Integration with your existing systems is crucial.
absolutely.
And those glowing testimonials, might not tell the whole story.
Right, you always got to take those with a grain of salt.
Plus, even if Thryv can deliver on its promises,
Yeah.
you still need to figure out what you'll do with all that extra time.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's a good problem to have.
It is.
But still something to think about.
Absolutely.
So ultimately, these are the questions that only you, our listener, can answer.
Yeah.
But hopefully this deep dive has given you the information and insights you need to make a well-informed decision.
I hope so too.
If you're feeling overwhelmed by all the options and considerations,
Yeah.
just remember the best software for your business is the one that helps you achieve your goals
Uh-huh.
and makes your life easier.
Makes it simpler. Yeah.
It's like choosing the right pair of shoes.
Okay.
You wouldn't buy a pair just because they look good on someone else.
Right.
You need to try them on walk around, make sure they fit comfortably, and support your unique stride.
And speaking of trying things on,
Yes.
Thryv does offer a free 2-week trial.
I'm a big fan of free trials.
Me too.
It's like taking a car for a test drive before you commit to buying it.
Exactly.
You can kick the tires, you can see how it handles,
Yeah,
and just make sure it's the right vehicle for your journey.
I like that analogy.
So while you're test driving Thryv, pay attention to the things we've discussed today.
Mm-hmm.
Is the interface intuitive,
Uh-huh.
easy to use?
Yeah,
Does it seamlessly integrate with your existing systems?
that's a big word.
Do the AI features actually save you time and enhance your business?
Good questions to ask.
But most importantly, does using Thryv make you feel empowered
Yeah,
and excited about running your business?
that's what it should do.
Because at the end of the day, technology should serve you,
Absolutely.
not the other way around.
It's a tool.
If Thryv feels like a burden or a distraction,
Yeah,
it's not worth the investment no matter how many features it offers.
right.
So what's the final verdict?
Well,
We can't give you a definitive yes or no.
yeah, unfortunately, there's no easy answer.
But hopefully, this deep dive has given you the tools you need to make your own informed decision.
That's our goal.
Remember, you're the expert on your own business.
You are.
Trust your instincts, weigh the pros and cons,
Mm-hmm.
and choose the path that feels right for you.
And if you're still on the fence, don't hesitate to reach out to us or explore the additional resources
Right.
we've linked in the show notes.
We're always here to support you on your entrepreneurial journey.
Always.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Thryv.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep learning
Keep growing.
and keep diving deep.